Living in nearly 2,300 of those state-funded apartments, with most sitting empty for months or years. Investigation earlier this week found almost 1,800 vacant units had been empty for more than 60 days as of the end of July. The state's spending $45 million a month to house people temporarily at hotels and shelters. The governor declared a state of emergency in August to deal with homelessness. New Jersey Senator Bob Menendez has stepped down as Foreign Relations Chair following an indictment alleging he, his wife, and 3 businessmen took bribes to help influence foreign affairs. U.S. Attorney Damian Williams says the indictment alleges between 2018
Gonna do a ride through Mission Viejo. My condo's right on the border of Mission Viejo. We're at Portola Plaza. Gonna take you through Mission Viejo, through Marguerite Parkway. This is Marguerite Parkway. I'm making a turn on right now.
Menendez says he's been falsely accused. A military judge at Guantanamo Bay says one of the nine
Here we go.
is too mentally ill to stand trial.
This is, we're starting at the very north of Mission Viejo, heading south towards the Mission Viejo Mall.
Case against his 9/11 co-defendants will not proceed without it. Tropical storm Ophelia is expected to bring rain to the mid-Atlantic coast. National Hurricane Center
Trying out my new phone stand.
From the center off Cape Fear, North Carolina, and forecast to make landfall tomorrow morning. Windows 11 users will get the early version of Microsoft's newest AI try starting next week. Company's announced what it calls an everyday AI companion named Copilot. Microsoft's Yusuf Mehdi says Copilot will be able to handle a range of tasks.
Create documents, to summarize things that are going on with their work, surf the web and be able to find things more easily, to get answers to questions. It'll be for shopping.
Mehdi says that Microsoft has combined a lot of great AI capabilities for coding, creating, and surfing the web to make one easy experience over the last year. The first public version of Copilot will be available Tuesday. Slight chance of some light rain.
Come on, light.
The lows below 60 degrees. It should all clear up by midday tomorrow. Skies mostly in a degree or 2 warmer. Highs below 70 at the beaches, close to 80 Metro LA, Orange County.
Starting to cool off. I can feel it. It's like a switch. Yesterday it was very sunny and warm, and today it's overcast and kind of cool. We're approaching an area called Mallorca. This is the area where they have a lake, Mission Viejo Lake. I go this way because it's a lot quicker and nicer drive than trying to fight traffic on the freeway, especially around 5 o'clock. It's 5 p.m. right now. It'll be absolutely packed.
Right now, I'm actually circling Dodger Stadium. Dodgers and Giants tonight, and the top 5 already getting heavy. Burbank down to about Stadium Way.
Right here is where the center of the lake is. You won't be able to see it. It's to the left.
Jammed up now for the 105 up the Stadium Way as well. Mike O'Brien, KFI in the sky.
If you look on my TikTok page, you can see some videos of the lake.
KFI in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Angel Martinez.
I'm Jonathan Strickland, host of the podcast Tech Stuff. I sat down with Susan Shahani at Surf Air Mobility, which recently went public. We talked about flying an electric
This
plane.
is Plaza del Lago.
The future of travel doesn't have
There's a park to the right.
Ramp speed for long road trips. It can be as simple as using an app to book a short-range flight with an electric plane. Learn more on Tech Stuff on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Why choose 3 Summer Climate? Because only the 3 Summer Climate.
There's a lot of money in this town. It's practically all residential. Not all, but practically all. Now we're just passing the lake right now, and this is Alicia Parkway. And to the left there's going to be a large golf course.
Hey, it's Dean Sharp. For years, I have told you that Sunlux is my preferred solar company. Well, the same is now true of the newest addition to the Sunlux family, All Guard Roofing. Sunlux went looking for a roofing company that they could trust and ended up building their own. That is All Guard, a dream team of the finest roofing professionals in Southern California. So contact All Guard for a free estimate today at allguardroofing.com.
The lake at its deepest point is 80 feet. It's a man-made lake. There are homes that are built all the way around it. It's fairly large. It's its own private beach, and you pay like, I don't know, $15 a year or whatever when you're a resident of Mission Viejo to get access to the lake and the beach.
They don't let anything get in their way. Pet medicine of USC. Together, we are limitless.
There's another park to the right and to the left. You won't be able to see it, but there's a golf course. We'll start Mission Viejo doesn't really have a downtown. It's kind of groups of business areas kind of scattered throughout the town. But what we're approaching now is, I guess, what you would consider the downtown of Mission Viejo. There's a civic center there and the big libraries there.
How long will people still call it Twitter?
We're passing, on the left is a large Olympic-sized pool. I think there's 2 or 3 pools. Some of the Olympic athletes train there.
All right, now McIntyre, how you, Bob? Yeah, you got that right. You got that right. We're going to go to the track.
Oh, gotta move over.
How creepy is it for you to refer to me as an author? Yeah, that's wild. That's wild, man.
Passing a little business area.
It took you like a week and a half to write this book?
Now we're crossing Tribuco, which is another major cross street.
I literally did start at 1998, right around the time we were moving out of my house. That's wild. Yeah, so, you know, so my next book will be out about 7 years after I'm dead. What is this book about, Frank Chad? This book was started the night that Frank Sinatra died, which coincidentally was the last one to sign it. And I had a friend of mine whose dad died the same night. And I thought, you know, how weird it is that one death, the satellite news ready came around the world, and the other guy...
Now we're crossing Geronimo. It's another major street.
So I came up with the idea of...
There's a large Catholic church around here. I'm gonna move over.
Remember when Paris built this, had a boyfriend whose name was also Paris? Yeah. Okay. Now, I didn't seek that information. That information was just like taking Easter.
Oh, we're approaching what I consider the downtown to be.
No, because Paris person had a boyfriend whose name was Paris. And you'll never forget it. And so the celebrity sort of, the way we marinate in celebrity news and culture, oftentimes, you know, we know them better than we know the people we actually live our lives with. You know,
To the left, there's a Ralph's, a supermarket, a bunch of businesses. To the right, coming up, is the Civic Center and the large city library. Oh, gonna try to make the light. I made it. Just passing the Civic Center right now to the right. See, there's a sign there that says Civic Center, street sign. There's a bowling alley here, a bunch of boutiques. They got a California pizza kitchen coming up. It used to be a Steinmart, but I think they went out of business. There's a Chipotle, a Panera Bread, a Walgreens, Rubio's Grill, Dennis. And to the right is a Catholic church, a large Catholic church. And these homes to the left, there's Jackie Joyner Kersey, the Olympiad. She died. And they made a park. passing Pacific Hills housing complex. Now we're coming up to another major cross street, which is Los Alisos. I believe it's Los Alisos. Let's find out. They got a really nice shopping area here. They got a pavilion supermarket, a whole bunch of other things here. A lot of medical. We're approaching a major hospital coming up. There's a lot of medical buildings. This is Oso Parkway. Oso is Spanish for bear.
That puts his dad in a whole new light, and that secret is what held me up for about 20 years, because everything I came up with.
Marguerite is the main road that travels north and south through the town.
All right, and you're doing a book signing.
Yes, Sunday at 2 o'clock, from 2 to 4, I'll be at right in Mr. Burbank himself.
And as we climb this hill, we'll be getting close to the mall to the left. That development is called Ladera Ranch. It's a very new development, which is still part of Mission Viejo.
And it's 2 to 4 p.m.
It's like I live in Lake Forest, and I live next to an area called Foothill Ranch, but that's part of Lake Forest. It's like Hollywood isn't its own city; it's part of LA. It's like a district within LA.
Rumors and celebrities.
For years, I thought Hollywood was its own city, but it's not. But West Hollywood is its own city. It broke off and formed its own city.
Son is a gay drug addict, and my dad bought the National Enquirer, came home and showed it to me.
The guy on the radio is Tim Conway Jr. He's the son of the comedian Tim Conway. I actually met him. I went to a KFI radio. They had like a live viewing of the Trump debates, and Tim Conway Jr. was there. That did part of the show. Okay, we're climbing the hill here, going up towards Ladera Ranch.
So I would ask my dad, I go, hey, sometimes keep the paper for a guy at school, a guy named Donnie.
Now we're going to end up in an area which I guess would be considered the entertainment section of the town. There's a lot of movie theaters, malls. There's also a large, the best hospital in the county called the Mission Viejo Hospital. Mission Viejo Medical Center. It's like a level 1 trauma center. So we're going to make a right on Crown Valley Parkway. That's another very major boulevard, and that'll take me to the freeway. And we'll get on the I-5 going south towards San Diego, so I can get home to Oceanside. So I get ready to do the Mark's live and do the tapping. Got to get there on time. I'll post this video on YouTube because it's going to be too large. It's already 13 minutes, 17 seconds.
And honestly, the premise of it is fascinating, and it's so true. Yeah.
I gotta read it.
You got it. Yeah. Although you lied.
Straighten up the camera.
Yeah. Because I said
Getting close to Crown Valley Parkway.
And then I flipped through it and there weren't any pictures. I had to read books without pictures. I like pictures. Yeah. Well, like magazines. They got other things. Fine, let's take a break. We're live on KFI Morgan's Road in KFI 24 hours.
To the left is Ladera Ranch. That's really nice back there. All of Mission Viejo is nice. Everything is green, everything is watered, everything is manicured, everything is planned. Okay, here's Crown Valley Parkway. Here we go. This is a fun street. A lot of movie theaters, shopping. My condo homeowners association main office is located just a block or two down this road. To the right there's a Chili's restaurant.
starting the drive back all the way out of Culver City, away from Venice Boulevard. We've got Mike O'Brien, KFI in the sky.
Just over East LA. And
It's going to be, I think, crowded on the freeway, especially on Fridays. A lot of people go to San Diego and down to Mexico. So hopefully it won't be too bad. I have a little under 3 hours. I should be able to make it there in about an hour and 15 minutes.
I gotta tell you, that is jammed up still out of Orange County from Carmenita most of the way up to Dodger Stadium. Mike O'Brien,
Come on, light.
in the sky.
KFI in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Angel Martinez.
You know when you wake up and your mouth feels
I met her
gross
too,
and
Angel
you can't
Martinez.
wait to brush your teeth to get that clean, fresh feeling again? That's exactly how millions of Navage users feel when they use powered
So when we started the video, I was within walking distance of my condo in Lake Forest. So we're basically at the start of my journey back home. Turn off my blinker. Now I've got to fight my way past all these luxury cars and get so I can get onto the freeway. To the left is the hospital and all the associated medical buildings. And then coming up here at this intersection to the left is one of the entrances to the Viejo Mall. And then we're approaching the Kaleidoscope, which is another building that contains shops and restaurants and a movie theater. To the left is Amazon Fresh. They just built that. Used to be a Office Depot, and they converted it into an Amazon Fresh. Edwards Cinemas.
Drop it. How about daily latte? Drop it. So download Drop today and get $5.
Across the freeway is Laguna Niguel.
Get Drop 777. That's invite.
But we're going to get on the I-5 freeway and start heading south towards San Diego. We'll pass San Juan Capistrano, and then we'll hit Dana Point, and then that'll take us to San Clemente. And then when we go past San Clemente, we'll be in Camp Pendleton area, where there won't be anything. It'll just be all natural rolling hills with nothing built up other than the military stuff. And that goes on for 17 miles. And the first town that we hit coming after that is going to be Oceanside, and that's where I currently live.
All you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-859-3220.
Turn down this radio.
Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor.
Listening to KFI radio at LA. It's like one of the major AM radios. It's one of the oldest radio stations in the country too. Well, to the right you can see that's the Kaleidoscope. To the left would be, up on the hill would be the Viejo Mall. Just built a new Chipotle there.
And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
It gets very, very busy around here, especially at this time of day, getting close to the weekend. Here we go. Got an ambulance. Gotta let him get in if he has to get in. Let him in. Just flashed him so he can come in. Okay, here we go. We're getting on the I-5 freeway now. Very, very busy. You're gonna be, if you're in England, I think you're gonna be a little shocked when we get on the freeway here. Britain or Wales. We got some, I can't show it because it's in the holder here, but up on the hill is some extravagant mansions. There's one up here that takes up like the whole hill, and it's like some software bigwig, some software developer. He started a company. He has a huge mansion up here.
And the communications provider.
And that overpass you see come up ahead, that's the 73 toll road that takes you all the way up to Long Beach.
Second internet, just $49.99 a month when bundled with Spectrum Business Connect, the all-in-one phone system that lets you
Come
work
on, Light.
anywhere on any device and get a free mobile line for a year.
Come on, Light.
Spectrum.com/GoFast. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
So I'm a white girl, you're more of a red guy, but the fact of the matter is we both love the wine.
And we can both celebrate.
Got a little over half a tank of gas, so I should be okay. It's about 45 miles to Oceanside.
And great wine.
And the fifth passport is going to get you a standard wine tasting at 5 wineries from your choice.
It's exactly 50 miles from my... it's exactly 50 miles door to door from my condo to my house down in Oceanside. Here we go. Boy, it's packed going north. Say a prayer. Living down in peaceful Oceanside, I sometimes forget how to drive in this terrible traffic up here in Orange County. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lanes at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That overpass you see is the toll road, the 73 toll road. We're passing a Christian camp, which is owned by Saddleback Church. It's a very large ranch where it's owned by Saddleback Church, and up on the hill, around Christmas, they have a very large nativity scene that they put up there for everybody to see on the freeway. And in Easter, they have the 3 crosses of Calvary. Now we're entering San Juan Capistrano, population 36,000. This is where the Mission where the swallows come back to the Mission in San Juan. It's called the Jewel of the Missions. In Oceanside, we have Mission San Luis de Francisca. That's it's the most well-preserved mission of all the missions. We get to the left. There was a house that used to be owned by Burt Bacharach, the composer. Well, the freeway's moving fairly well right now. Hopefully, usually when we hit the base, the Marine Corps base area, there's no way to get off, so that's where the traffic usually slows down. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lanes. Got a lot of Teslas. Now we're passing Highway 74. That's the famous Ortega Highway that goes east to Lake Elsinore. To the right, we're about ready. You won't see it, but to the right, we're passing the San Juan Capistrano Mission. Camino Capistrano Street. near that mountain, there's another large golf course. We're still in Capistrano, San Juan Capistrano. Drops of rain. Still in Capistrano. Now soon we'll be crossing over into Capistrano Beach. And Capistrano Beach used to be its own city. And it's right next to Dana Point, which is like a peninsula that jets out into the ocean. And Dana Point took over Capistrano Beach. So now Capistrano Beach is a city of Dana Point. On the side of the freeway, they got the like little sparrow swallows on the fence that represents the swallows coming back to the mission. Now we're entering Capistrano Beach in Dana Point. And you can't see it from here, the weather and the way the camera is, but at this point you're able to see the ocean, Pacific Ocean. There's a lot of homes up on the hill on both sides. Got some more rain. Okay, Dana Point, city of Dana Point, 34,260 people. I don't think that includes. I don't think that includes Capistrano Beach. Now we're getting close to San Clemente. That's my hometown. That's where I grew up in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. We're still in Capistrano Beach, technically. Right when we get this overpass is where that's the border between San Clemente and Dana Point, Capo Beach. Camino de la Estrella is the street that separates Capo Beach from San Clemente. San Clemente has about 68,000 people, something like that. Maybe more. I'll have to look at the sign. Let's see, maybe I'll get around the 7-Up truck. See that overpass? That's the separator, the border between the two cities. I'll get off of, I'll go through San Clemente real quick on our way down south here. Clemente is such a picturesque town that now that I have this phone stand, I'll be able to drive through and show you the entire El Camino Real that runs through the town. But I want to get off on Pico. On the left side of the freeway on Pico is my high school. Graduated there in 1984. Post this on YouTube and post the link. Okay, a half mile to Avenida Pico. This is San Clemente. This is my hometown. High school on the left side of the freeway. That's where they filmed the movie Brick. And Ryan Johnson used to go to that high school after I left. He directed one of the Star Wars movies. He directed Knives Out. He directed Brick. He directed Looper. And the glass, what do they call it? The glass, the next Knives Out movie he directed. The Glass Menagerie or the Glass something. The Glass Onion. So this is Pico. To the left is the main post office. I used to live just up the hill here to the left, back in the early 80s. 31 minutes so far. 31 minutes, 52 seconds since the start of the video.
American Vision Windows, SoCal's choice for energy efficient windows and doors. AmericanVisionWindows.com.
Come on, man. This is Pico Plaza. I spent a lot of time on the left here in Pico Plaza. That's where my record store was, Condor Records, during the 80s. Oh, they just built a new In-N-Out Burger. I didn't know that. Okay, come on, guy. Let's go. So we're on Pico. Takes you right to the ocean. It's also where the Miramar Theater is. It's no longer, it's like a historical landmark. Even my mother went to the Miramar Theater when she was a child in the 1950s, early 1950s. And I went there. Some of the first movies I saw was there. First time I ever went to a movie theater by myself was at the Miramar Theater. Very old. There's the ocean. You can kind of see the ocean. It's a blue area or gray area. And then they got the San Clemente trolley, which is a free, like San Francisco trolley type bus that'll take you all over the town for free. And as I make the turn here, you'll see the Miramar Theater. It's in terrible shape right now, but I think they're going to try to restore it. See the tower? That's the Miramar Theater. It's built back in, I think, the late 20s, early 30s. So we're going up El Camino Real of San Clemente. This is the main thoroughfare through the town, north and south. It's 5:35 p.m. right now. Know these streets very well. I spent many a decade here. Down the street to the right was Las Palmas Elementary School, where I went to school. One of the places I went to school. To the left was the Boys Club down in the pit there. So we're going from sea level to a little higher. To the right used to be the Chamber of Commerce, that funny looking building to the right. I think it's now like a surf shop now. There's the La Siesta restaurant, a little hole-in-the-wall Mexican restaurant that my father and I used to go to a lot. And the building, the white building that you see to the right, that's the building my parents had a barber and beauty shop and a real estate office in for about 30 years. So I pretty much grew up in that white building to the right. And in the front was an arcade in the early 80s. And that's where I played all my arcade games like Pac-Man and Defender and all the Galaga and all those Tron. They had pool tables in there too. They used to have an Albertsons supermarket to the right, and they redid it all. Now it's a CVS pharmacy. There used to be a Bank of America to the left. There still has Wells Fargo. There's Pedro's Tacos. That's been there forever. And we're going to get close to Del Mar, which is the boutique kind of a trendy tourist area.
Sickle cell disease, as the Circle of Health reported individual shows us one.
This is Palizada. It's another major area. Another major street. To the left, there's this pizza place that's been open since the early 80s, and it's like a gold mine. It's called Sonny's Pizza. Up there to the left, that white building, tall white building, that used to be the Del Coyote restaurant. That used to be a real famous eatery. Now we're coming up close to Del Mar. That's the shopping tourist area that leads down to the pier. Famous San Clemente Pier.
Tell all your family members, 6:30, KFI, 640 AM, and listen to the radio at 6:30. We'll have that ready for you. All right, we have the mother.
I'm gonna let this guy in. I'm gonna let the Range Rover in.
A perfect first pick. This woman could pick for the Dodgers.
The Dodgers, Bruce Gratterall definitely got his base.
So this is where they're stopping is Del Mar.
Last night. Gratterall's mom was a former softball player. Yes, Gratterall caught her perfect strike as it dropped the plate and then gave his mom a big hug.
Okay, we're gonna go down Del Mar so you can see Del Mar. Here we go. To the right is the San Clemente Hotel. This was built back in the 1920s. It still has apartments in it. It's been redone. A lot of restaurants. There's Alicia's hair. Sam's Shoes been around. It's on the left. Sam's Shoes. That's been around since the 1950s.
7-2. That was a fantastic. All right, LA Fire Department. There's a long-standing rule: no tattoos, no visible tattoos with LAFD.
Used to be a store. Oh, there goes the trolley. A free trolley.
I'm guessing you have 0 tattoos. Is that correct?
That is correct. I have 0.
What about Kiki? Kiki, you have 0
You can see the trolley on the left. It looks like a San Francisco trolley car. That's free to get on and off. And this is Ola Vista in Del Mar.
How many tattoos you got there?
My father used to work, before he bought his own shop, he used to work on this street.
0.
He used to live down here by the pier too for about 10 years. And then as we go down to the bottom, to the right, would be like the Civic Center and the library, Senior Center. Rare Society. A lot of trendy restaurants, things like that. San Clemente Library.
Is it a 4-leaf clover?
See a lot of apartments here, a lot of summer rentals. It's like one side of the town is like condos and apartments, and the other side of town is like all homes up on the hill. It's like a Mediterranean town. It has like a mountain that surrounds the town like a cove with a lot of homes up on the hill. Like in front of right here is a bunch of condos with ocean views. One of the people that you see on TikTok that does a live is in this building here looking at the pier. I forget her name. So we're heading down to the pier. There's the pier. Let's see here. Probably can't see it where the camera's mounted, but you'll see the ocean. See the ocean? As I make the turn here, you'll catch a glimpse of the pier. See the pier?
Okay, I have 0. So there are 0 tattoos on this show. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people, 0 tattoos. How did that happen?
That is unusual.
And there's a bunch of
Oh, she does? I didn't know that.
and then as we come up, you see these old buildings here. It looks like a motel. That's the Beachcomber Motel. It was like built in the 1920s. I don't know if it's a motel anymore, if it's just summer rentals. Yeah, it's still called the Beachcomber Inn. Very old. Everything is in Spanish colonial. All the, especially the old stuff. That's their motto of the town is a Spanish village by the sea, and they try to keep everything reminiscent of that as they build new, commercial buildings and things like that. So we'll go back up to Del Mar Street so that we can hook up to the. Maybe we'll go a little bit into the home side of town.
And he had like a halo around his head, like an afro.
A lot of these places are worth millions and millions of dollars. Now right here is the separation between the touristy side of town and the homeowner side of town. It's like a canyon. So this is the Ola Vista. See? And as you go down this canyon, go to the other side, it's nothing but homes. And these homes are like $1 to $3 million, every single one of them.
That's wild, man. What a amazing story.
There we go.
That's a great story. I don't think I've ever heard that story before.
My mother grew up on Cordoba Street. It's coming up somewhere down here.
The LA County Board of Supervisors is considering a $2.6 million settlement for a fire captain shot by an off-duty firefighter in 2021. The attack was in an argument with another firefighter.
This town is very hilly. Lots of canyons, lots of mountains.
$9 billion deal to buy video game maker Activision Blizzard.
Down here is what they call the Riviera District. You see these homes that are up on the hill, up on the mountain that surrounds the town. Those are massive homes. Here we go. It's a big house. It looks like they're building something here.
This one's on the westbound side of the 210.
Okay.
Only the right lane and the right shoulder are open for business. Traffic is
Let's see.
heading away from Myrtle. Now there's Monrovia.
I'll also take you through the whole thing here.
You're on the great stretches all the way to Rialto. Rhea with Mike O'Brien.
I know every single street in this town.
Now, South 57, a little tight, just coming out of Pomona there from Temple down to the 61st, but beyond that, it's great. They had I'm in the orange crush. Michael Bryan, KFI in the sky.
KFI in the sky. Help get you there faster.
are all homes. You won't find one apartment on this side of town. It's 5:47 my time, PM, of course. Now we're getting close to the San Clemente Inn, and that's kind of historically famous. Very close to it, a few blocks down, is Casa Pacifica, and that is Nixon, President Nixon's home. Nixon lived here for many years. So across the street here is the famous San Clemente Inn. It's where Brezhnev came to speak to Nixon. A lot of famous people while he was president came here. Okay, so we're going to get on the freeway now and continue south. We're about ready to cross the border into San Diego County. San Clemente is the very last town in southern Orange County. And then when we pass the border going into San Diego County, we're immediately in Camp Pendleton Marine Corps Base, which goes on for about 17 miles. And then when we come out, it'll be Oceanside. So we're getting on I-5 going south. Hopefully I have enough juice in my phone here. When I left the house, I had 100%.